Hello, and welcome to County Perspective, the show that focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, in a community that you live in. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa, and thank you all for joining us today. Now, at the beginning of our show, we like to cover news that has happened recently in Frederick County. In this episode, we'll be talking about the American Rescue Plan Act, broadband connections for our residents, and the State of the Union address. Without further ado, let's go right into today's top news stories. Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner announced 4 initiatives that will be funded through a portion of Frederick County's $50.4 million American Rescue Plan Act allocation. These initiatives will lessen disparities in health and educational outcomes in the community. The Housing Authority of the City of Frederick will receive $400,000 over 4 years to provide accelerated academic programs to students in public housing. The Frederick County Healthcare Coalition will receive up to $300,000 in funds this year to address diabetes, which was recently identified as a top priority in the local health improvement plan. Nutrition programs offered by the Frederick County Senior Services Division will receive $160,000 to support food delivery to vulnerable seniors. A $250,000 grant will help seniors, veterans, and people with disabilities to stay in their homes through Habitat for Humanity's Home Repair Program. In addition to the county's federal allocation, County Executive Gardner mentioned the annual budget survey is open until March 17th at 5 p.m. Go to frederickcountymd.gov/balancing act to create your own version of the budget. Last year, Frederick County was awarded a grant from the State of Maryland Rural Broadband Office that will be used to expand broadband capabilities into a portion of the Rocky Ridge community. The pilot program is a part of a large strategic plan being developed to ensure more residents can connect to fast and reliable internet service. Recently, U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen visited the Thurmont Regional Library for a roundtable to ensure his pledge to improve local broadband access. Joined at the roundtable was the county executive, Thurmont Mayor John Kennard, and leaders from the county's public schools and library systems.
I firmly believe that access to broadband is to the 21st century what electricity was to the 20th century. Whether you're a student, whether you're an entrepreneur, small business, big business, county government, or just families trying to access information and services, you need to be able to connect to the internet, and the pandemic just underscored that.
Dave McGinnis, Chief Information Officer of Frederick County, was on site to hear from the parents who don't have access to internet.
The parents were very clear about being frustrated about their inability to have their children work from home to go to school. Parents described sitting in parking lots, having to sit in cars outside of libraries and outside of elementary schools and middle schools so that their children could get instruction. Otherwise, they would have been way behind.
This program could bring broadband to 135 homes by the end of this year. Congressman Jamie Raskin invited Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner as his virtual guest to President Biden's 2022 State of the Union address. Congressman Raskin thanked the county executive for her leadership and strides in turning the corner of the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as strengthening our local economies for working families. Along with her virtual attendance of the State of the Union, County Executive Gardner also joined Congressman Raskin as a local hero on his weekly series and on a Facebook Live discussion on Tuesday, March 1st. The 2022 primary election is upon us. Frederick County is ready for the election with 63 polling locations for the 193,000 registered voters in our county. The Frederick County Board of Elections is also looking for around 900 election judges to aid in this year's primary election. Watch this video to find out more about the 3 ways you can vote in Frederick County, how important the election is to our community, and more.
I can still remember when I went down to my local library with my dad and filled out my voter registration form for the very first time. He was very proud of me. I was proud. I want to bring that excitement and enthusiasm back into the elections. My main responsibility is to ensure that every eligible voter in Frederick County can vote in our county. We are responsible for conducting and supporting elections. So with that entails making sure that we have appropriate polling places for people to come in to vote, making sure that ballots are mailed out timely so people can send those ballots back to our office. Our office is responsible for 193,000 registered voters in Frederick. The changes that are going to be coming to this department is that we are going to increase staffing. Currently, we have 7 full-time staff members and 3 part-time staff members. But as you know, Frederick County grew with the last census. We are the fastest growing county in Maryland. So as the more registered voters that we have, the more staffing we have to serve our voters. We will be looking at changing our location as well because we're outgrown this building. Every voter right now should have received in their mailbox a application for a mail-in ballot. Currently, we are processing thousands that are being returned requesting mail-in ballots. So I do see elections moving towards more mail-in ballots and less physical structures, but currently we offer the 3 ways to vote by mail-in. With the mail-in ballots, you can either use the post office to mail them back to us, but we're also going to have 8 drop boxes that are going to be all around the county. Early voting, which will have 8 days of early voting coming in June. And then on Election Day, we'll have in-person voting on June 28th, which is the primary. Election integrity is very important to us. It's paramount. We have several security measures that we take with each piece of equipment. The ballot drop boxes are camera operated. We have 2-member teams that pick up the ballots. There's documentation that has to be done, that they have to complete. When they come to the office, we have documentation. We count them, we batch them, and then we put them in a secure location within our office that can only be accessed with badge or PIN number. So we are looking for election judges. In order to open all 63 polling places in Frederick County, we estimate that we need 900 election judges. These election judges will be asked to help with the polling place, assist voters with voting, check in voters, issue ballots, and pass out I voted stickers. So we really need some help recruiting election judges. If you're interested in applying to be an election judge, call or apply online. On that website, we have links to times and dates of elections, locations of polling places, early voting centers, drop box locations. You can check your registration, see if you're registered to vote, and if you need to update your information, you can do that on the website.
Okay, everyone, don't change the channel because we have more coming up on County Perspective. Welcome back to County Perspective. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa. Now, coming up in our show, we'll find out about Stoltz in another episode of Made in Frederick. But before we do that, I just want to let you guys know that Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center doesn't have just cats and dogs. There are other cute and furry buddies like guinea pigs and gerbils that need a forever home too. Let's take a look.
Small animals make great family pets, and Frederick County Animal Control currently has a variety looking for forever homes. Just like their larger counterparts, these furry creatures are friendly, affectionate, and intelligent. They each have their own unique personalities and serve as great companions. They are excellent options for individuals who live in smaller homes or apartments, and for those who are allergic to cats and dogs but still desire to have a pet. Many small animals do have special care needs in terms of housing and diet, so it is important to do a bit of research prior to adopting. Frederick County Animal Control is home to several guinea pigs, rabbits, rats, and mice. In hopes of getting our tiniest residents into forever homes, all adoption fees for our small animals are being waived in March. That's right, all small animals are free during the month of March. This includes completed adoptions as well as those who submit an application within the month. Standard adoption procedures still apply. To learn about our small animals and our adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
Stoltz designs precision climate products and materials made for electronic transactions. It is a facility that offers employment for welders, electrical mechanical engineers, project managers, and more, all under the same roof. Stoltz operates in 5 countries around the world, and the North American headquarters is right here in Frederick County. Watch this episode of Made in Frederick to find out more.
This is Made in Frederick County, Maryland. You're standing in the North American headquarters of Stoltz USA. This location in Frederick County, Maryland is where all of our precision climate products are designed, manufactured, tested, and deployed to all of our customers and critical solutions within the United States and North America. The Internet of Things. I can't mention our customers by name. If we were to sit and talk back and forth about these customers, you would recognize every one of them, I assure you. Think of all of the things electronic in your day-to-day life. Our solutions are designed to address the critical needs to support all of those electronic transactions.
Control panel assembly is just one part of this Made in the USA manufacturing facility. Welders and pipers, electrical and mechanical engineers, project managers, and quality assurance inspectors all come together to create innovative products. Stoltz is large enough to offer career advancement opportunities, while at the same time small enough to enjoy a closely knit team atmosphere where everyone is on a first-name basis.
With a facility and team the size that we have here at Stoltz USA, we have to be extremely dynamic. We have to be willing to cross-train. We have to be willing to promote within. We have to be willing to all be problem solvers. We talked about that earlier. I'm standing here with Tremaine. Tremaine, why don't you take us through your journey here at Stoltz?
I've been here 13 years. When I first started here, I was hired as a piper. I done worked in the assembly line, installation, wiring. 13 years later, I'm officially a foreman. I've been a foreman for about 6 months now.
That's great, Tremaine, thanks. That's a great example of somebody who's had a position just about every facet of manufacturing within our company. Thanks for taking the time.
No problem, appreciate it. And Stoltz is a very good company to work for. If you get the opportunity, please come and join our team.
My name is Jason. I've been with the company 24 years. I am now in manufacturing engineering as an engineering technician. We help with production and processes and procedures, jigs and fixtures to speed up and make processes better. And every day is a new adventure. You can learn and grow here as much as you want. I've learned a lot of software and everything else here.
What does the future hold for Stoltz? Well, as the need for data increases, the need for dynamic companies and organizations like Stoltz is going to increase. We're here in Frederick County. We're going to continue to innovate. We're going to continue to respond. We're going to continue to be here to address those data needs in the future.
It is time in the show where we find out what exciting events are coming up this month in our area. Let's see what activities our county departments are offering to keep you busy. If you would like to find out more about virtual events and programs and activities that are going on in the county, just visit the county's webpage, frederickcountymd.gov. Parks and Recreation always has exciting programs, sports, and activities for all ages. These 2 Parks and Recreation events will be something that everyone will enjoy. The temperatures are warming up, and that means it is time to go outside and enjoy your local Frederick County parks. From now until March 27th, Parks and Recreation is offering the Luck of the Leprechaun's treasure hunt. Participants get the chance to search for the Leprechaun's pot of gold hidden amongst various parks in the county. The first participant to find the pot of gold with the golden ticket will win a prize. This event is a great opportunity for fun, fitness, and family bonding. To register, go to recreator.com. While you are out at the park, head down to Othello Regional Park for the Great Walk in the Park event. The Great Walk in the Park is on Wednesday, March 30th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. In honor of National Take a Walk in the Park Day, join your family and friends with a self-led walk around the beautiful Othello Regional Park and look for hidden treasures, clues, riddles, and more. Enjoy the fresh air and some friendly competition. Registered participants will be entered to win prizes. Specific walking details will be sent out prior to the event. This event is $3 per person. Now register at recreator.com before it is filled up. Well, that wraps up this episode of County Perspective. But don't forget to follow Frederick County on social media in order to keep up to date on important news and events. We'll see you next time for a fresh look from a county perspective.